This is the argument that hunting actually harms fewer animals than a vegan diet does, because as vegans, we are eating mass-produced grain and mass-produced legumes and other vegetables that lead to tilling and the killing of small animals in fields.
Not just the small animals, bigger animals like hogs, deer, and other animals that die from pesticide poisoning and are shot and chopped up in combines. It's just a lot.
And then, therefore, one intentional killing of an animal actually kills fewer animals than us vegans eating tons of grain and legumes for protein are killing.
Yes, that is correct.
First of all, when studies have actually looked at how many small animals are killed in farming and mass agriculture, that it's actually an incredibly low number.
Notice how she doesn't give an exact number. That's because she just made it up.
But even if that is the case, there's a difference between accidental deaths, which are going to happen in almost any kind of agriculture when we're trying to feed a planet of nearly 8 billion people.
You're right. There's a difference between the animals that I kill for nutritional value and sustenance for my family to eat, and the animals that you kill for just being there and trying to get food. Also, when you say that accidents are bound to happen and those deaths are bound to happen, the deaths of the animals that I kill are bound to happen too, by disease, mountain lions, just anything. It's just that I kill them in a way that's more humane and calmer.
The accidental deaths are very different than intentionally choosing to take the life of another individual.
Not just accidental deaths, the defensive shooting of crops. And the pesticide deaths, those can't be considered accidents. Also, can you really call it an accident if you know that it's going to happen?
And my favorite comparison is, imagine if you're driving down the road and there's a dog sitting in the middle of the road. Do you view it equally? If someone sees the dog, tries to swerve, the dog jumps in front of the way, and you accidentally hit and kill that dog. Or if you're in the car with someone who's like, oh, I see this dog, let's go for them. And they hit the accelerator, intentionally striking and killing that dog.
Except in this case, you're just plowing over dog after dog after dog after dog, and I'm just plowing over maybe 1 or 3. And I use them to supply my family with food, as opposed to just letting them rot and go to waste on the road. Except they're not dogs. I'm not hunting dogs. Also, I would rather have 1 death than 1,000 accidental deaths. Also, again, it's not just accidental deaths. It's defensive shootings and pesticides. They can't be considered accidents.
I think most of us recognize that those are not at all ethically, moral, or comparable situations. And we view an accidental death as, of course, tragic, but it's not someone intentionally murdering and taking the life of another.
You mean like the defensive shootings and pesticide deaths?
Which is just really hard to see how you can say that that's caring for animals, or you're being an animal lover by intentionally taking the life of an animal that wanted to live.
The animals that died on accident wanted to live. The animals that died by defense wanted to live. It's all the same from the victim's perspective. The only true difference is that I'm using these animals for nutrition, and I'm not letting any of them go to waste. You're just letting them rot in the field.
But moreover, this is also a false argument, because no hunter that I've ever met or spoken to is living 100% off of their hunted animal. Most of them are also continuing to eat factory farmed meat. They go out to restaurants with friends and family. They purchase at the store when their hunted meat runs out.
You got me. I don't eat the same exact animal every single day for the rest of my life. Believe me, I don't like to eat factory farm food. In fact, I've been trying to cut off on it for the same exact reason you are. And I haven't eaten beef in months, probably.
And they're also still eating those mass-produced grains, legumes, and vegetables to supplement their diet as well.
Okay, good point. I see what you're saying here. But let's say we have two people. One of them's a vegan, one's a hunter, and they're both eating the same amount of calories. We'll just say 2,000 calories per day. The vegan is getting 100% of their calories from plant-based material with this much deaths. The hunter is getting the calories from hunted meat and plant-based combined. So if we take half planted food and half hunted food, it'll still be less deaths than if you were to eat just 100% plants.
And ultimately, if we have a choice and we can live a happy and healthy life without hurting others, why not do so?
What you just said, crop farming causes harm to animals more than hunting. I'm choosing to cause less death by hunting. A death being an accident doesn't undo it. Does make it less sad, yes, but it doesn't undo it. And neither does it do it with defense things. It is still deaths. What I say still stands. I am killing way less than you.
And that's what veganism is all about, and that's why hunting still doesn't make sense if you are truly an animal lover looking to do what is most ethical.
I've already proved that you're killing more animals than me. I probably care about wild animals even more than you probably ever will. I give money to them through hunting, and I control their populations.
Most sustainable. Because on that note, imagine if the entire world hunted. There is absolutely no way, and hunters themselves, including Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan podcast, have admitted openly that hunting could not work for the whole world. There's no way there's enough animals to do it, enough land, enough time, money, resources. It's not something that would be sustainable to feed the world.
I never said I wanted the whole world to hunt. I'll admit, it's not going to work for everybody. Even if I did want the whole world to hunt, it still wouldn't work. It's not everybody's willing to put a bullet in a deer, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just not you, and I totally get it. Listen, I don't have a problem if you're vegan, but it is just crazy annoying when you try to make others feel bad for not being vegan. Thank you for watching.